y'all. Rogue here. Got one from you from the Charlotte Dobre subreddit from Imaginary Cream 7197. Title of the story: My sister wore white to my wedding and tried to replace my maid of honor. I, 28 female, am the middle child. My older sister, who we will call Melissa, is 32, and my younger brother, who we will call William, is 24. Anyway, Melissa has always had a habit of making things about her. Not in an outright evil or malicious way, but in a the world is a stage and I'm the lead actress kind of way. I've learned to work around her whims, what battles to pick, and when to just ignore her. I got to the point where she no longer affected me. At least I thought I had. My now husband, Leo, 29 male, proposed to me after 4 years of dating. I was overjoyed and immediately told my family. So, of course, sister found out. At the announcement, she was happy and everything with everyone else, or so it seemed. Everything went smoothly until I was wedding dress shopping. Melissa, mom, and my maid of honor, Lily, 27 female, went with me. The bridesmaid dresses I picked were rather simple and just a dusty blue color. Everyone liked their dress. I sent pictures to the other bridesmaids, except Melissa. She compiled a few items, but I decided to ignore it because she's always been a complainer. Leading up to the wedding, Melissa complained about everything, from flowers to the color of my husband's bow tie. It was so annoying, but again, I ignored it because she's always just been a complainer. And when that was all that happened, I figured the wedding would go smooth. Spoiler alert, it didn't. My wedding comes and we're all getting ready and having a swell time. Melissa shows up late, but that's not unusual and I had planned for this. What was weird was she was carrying a garment bag that was not the one her bridesmaid's dress was in. When I asked about it, she said she had lost some weight and needed to get some things changed. I figured she'd had it tailored, right? Nope. She unzips the bag and pulls out a white, floor-length gown. Not necessarily bridal level fancy, but definitely white, long, and not appropriate. I told her that she couldn't wear it, and she genuinely looked surprised and goes, "It's more flattering. The old one made me look washed out." I told her again, firmly, that she needed to put the actual dress on. She got defensive, said I was being controlling, and locked herself in the bathroom. When she came out after a while, she was wearing the right dress, but was irritated. I figured that was the end of it and pat myself on the back for having boundaries. Now for the actual ceremony. Lily, my maid of honor, has been my bestie for 20 years. Melissa was always slightly jealous, but nothing too overboard. As we all lined up and things were beginning, I see Melissa suddenly in front of Lily, talking harshly and in a low tone to Lily. So, of course, I walked over and asked what was happening. Melissa says, "Lily said she isn't feeling well, so I told her I'd just step in for her." Lily immediately said she had never said that and that she was not moving. She was the maid of honor. Melissa started getting worked up and said, "Stop being dramatic. You're going to make the photos look weird if you're pale and sweaty." Immediately triggered, Lily, for one, is jaw-dropping gorgeous. Especially in the shade of blue I chose, which was on purpose. Finally, my husband came over and said that Melissa had to get to her correct spot because the wedding would commence soon. We had a slightly odd wedding due to my husband's culture. Melissa stomped her foot and angrily took her place for about 10 seconds. Then she full-on grabs Lily and tries to take the bouquet from her. My husband literally had to put himself between Melissa and Lily, my maid of honor. My father even got involved. He told Melissa she needed to behave or get out. She started screaming and crying, saying something along the lines of, "I don't understand why I'm being treated like this on such an important day." My dad pointed out it was my day, not my sister's. And she spiraled even more. Eventually, my mom basically dragged her to a chair and forced her to sit down. So she was there for the ceremony, but left before the reception. Small blessings. That night, she posted a vague Facebook status about being punished for having feelings and stuck in an abusive family or excluded from her own sister's wedding. A couple of her friends were even in the comments telling her she deserved better and they'd always known I was such an evil bitch. Melissa still hasn't talked to me. My mom has tried to be neutral, saying Melissa didn't mean any harm, and my dad literally won't talk about it at all. Not sure what I'm looking for. Validation that I'm not crazy. I've been thinking of going no contact, but don't want to make a rash choice. Well, let me tell you something, OP. There's a few things right here. I am going to tell you that your mom stating that she's neutral and not picking a side, but then is stating comments like she didn't mean any harm, that is picking a side. Just so you know. She's absolutely picked a side. Number two, now your dad's saying he's completely staying out of it. He is Switzerland. He's not choosing to take sides, but your mom is absolutely taking a side because she's defending your sister to you. That is picking a side. I'm going to tell you, your sister's an asshole. And Lily has more couth than I would have ever had. Okay? Just saying. Your sister's an asshole. She's a narcissist that thinks everything should be about her. You do not owe her an apology. You don't owe her anything. And if your family comes to you, start saying family forgives family, family this, family that, then tell your family they are more than welcome to do whatever they want with their feelings when it comes to her. But what they will not do is dictate to you what your relationship should be with her, considering what her actions are and the fact that she does not take accountability, flat out. It is not your responsibility to take on the family stress of, oh, well, everything's not perfect right now. You're right, it's not, because my sister was an asshole. And until she takes accountability for being an asshole, nothing's going to change. You don't get to get mad at me for my reaction to her bad behavior. If you have a problem with the situation and you want it fixed, go to the person who violated my wedding and tell them that they better fix it, because it's not my job to fix it for them. Rogue out.